how you doing? So I'm down the plot today. It's pretty blustery, windy type of day today. There's rain in the air, but I don't think we've had any. Well, I haven't noticed it if we have. Come down basically to feed the chickens, to keep an eye on everything, and it's just a pottering day today really. I was hoping to go fishing, but it's a bit too windy, and like I said, there's been rain about, and so just didn't fancy it. Anyway, I have been sorting out my shed the last couple of days, which is probably why I've got a bit of a dodgy shoulder, because I've been doing some wobbly shed. Been doing some hammering, and to be honest, that's why I'm relaxing today really, because I don't feel up to it. But my shed's looking pretty cool, although I do want to whitewash it. That's the next thing on the list. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the camera around and I will show you my shed. So here goes. So there's my view from my shed that most of you have probably seen by now, and there's my toilet. Yes, you probably laughed. There's no toilets on site, so I got myself a camping toilet. It's got one of those special buckets in it, so you can, you know, do your business and take it away, dispose of it, just in case you get caught short, really. So that's my toilet, but it doubles up as my footrest. So I can sit here, look out over the allotment, see the girlies, put my feet up, and now I've got a table. This is I think they call it, it's solid oak, but obviously it's lots of strips laminated together. This was in a skip. No, I lie, sorry. This was, I went to pick up a wood burning stove, and the guy had this in his shed and he was going to throw it out, and he asked me if I wanted it. So I've had two pieces of solid oak worktop, and so I've put one in here to act as my table, and there's another one there which I am eventually going to turn into a chopping board, I think, for down the allotment. So when I'm down here I can chop vegetables and wash them and stuff, and then the trimmings can go straight to the chickens. Just a bit more practical really than having to carry stuff home all the time. So anyway, so I built my table. As you can see, it's all reclaimed wood, all bits of old decking fashioned together. I need to get just a thin piece just to stop the wobble, because I did all this with no tape measure or spirit level. It was all done by eye, and I think I'm about 8mm out, which is not bad really, considering. So my shed now looks like this. Hi, how you doing? So it is September, woo! New season and all that. I know it's probably not officially autumn, but you know, to me it is. September, October, November, they're autumn months. So it's time for the old allotment tidy up, which I've been cracking on with over the last couple of weeks. So today is skip run day. So I've collected all my rubbish, and most of it, to be honest, is actually stuff from previous plot holders that I think I've told you before, the back of my plot's quite boggy, so all I did was, when I cleared the plot originally, I threw all the other people's rubbish behind my shed, out of sight, out of mind. I thought it's time now really to, you know, get rid of it. So I've cleared out behind the shed. You can now actually walk behind my shed, and it's getting a lot neat around there, so all good really. So I'll spin the camera around and you can have a look for yourself. So there she is. Ugh. There must be a ton of junk in there. It's crazy what you get on an allotment, but what can be recycled will be recycled, and what can't, unfortunately, will have to go to landfill. So there we go. There she is, the beast, still going proud after 18 years. Still toes like a Shire horse, bless her. Hello, how you doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? Been so busy, and so busy achieving little is the thing, and I haven't been very well, and so every second I've had, I've been obviously feeding the chickens and harvesting and just keeping on top of things, not really actually doing much else. So it's been a bit silly, you know, videoing everything. Anyway, we've got a bit of a storm coming, as you can probably hear from the microphone. It's quite windy today, so I thought I'd do a little piece to camera, quickly show you the plot. It's September the 18th today, so we'll, you know, end of summer now, getting into autumn. As you can see, the beard is coming back for winter, but all in all, everything's good. You know, mustn't grumble. Plenty worse off than me. And everything's growing really well, or harvesting really well. Tons of tomatoes, tons of cucumbers, sweet corn, cabbages, chilies, potatoes, kale, obviously eggs, as you can hear from the chicks. Had a few beans, had a few raspberries. Yeah, all good really, all good. So yeah, I will spin the camera around. You can have a quick look at my plot and the state that it's in. But you know, it's that time of year, everything looks a bit messy really. So here she is. I'm harvesting so much at the moment. Loads of tomatoes. Sweet corn, I'm picking it all the time. I like it fresh, so I pick 4 or 5 at a time. Cabbages are doing well. As you can see, I've been harvesting, eating, some for the chickens. And that one in the corner there that's chewed, I actually leave them, believe it or not, because while the slugs are eating that one, they're not touching these beauties. So yeah, top tip there. Sunflowers are dying back. I know a squirrel's been about, because I found one of my heads halfway up the path up there, which I don't mind, you know, everything's got to eat, hasn't it? The apples did really well, lost quite a few to wasps, probably a couple of pounds in weight maybe, but again, not too fussed really. The kale doing good, ready for winter. It's in there somewhere, and obviously when I finish with my cabbages, football goal will go over here, and then obviously I'll have greens for the winter. Random tomato, no idea where that come from. Yeah, so I've had the first lot of sweet corn. This is the second lot, if you remember. The first lot was over there. That's been harvested now and eaten, and then we're getting onto this now. She's done alright actually, considering it was just the stragglers that I thought I killed. If you remember back months and months, I thought that those sweet corns were well and truly dead, but put them in, watered them, jobs are good. Started to dig all this area up now, and I put some fruit bushes in. You probably can't tell it amongst the wildflowers, but basically I've got 2 gooseberry bushes at the back there that were kindly donated from a plot holder, and she also gave me a blackcurrant. So this is going to have fruit bushes in it. As is the corner down here, and then I'm going to have some big raised beds here, here, and there. And I want to get more perennial fruit and vegetables in, because it's just easier on the old back really. My windscreen tree thing has gone nuts since I chopped it back in the spring, but it's quite good actually, because it's done me well this summer. It's a nice little shady area to retreat from. Shed's still relatively tidy for me. Plenty of eggs. You alright girlies? You doing good? They have been getting let out now. That's not even English. I've started letting the chickens out now, because I keep them in the summer, simply because they don't eat the things that I want to eat. But now they can go out slug hunting, so when I'm down here for a good couple of hours I let them out. That's why my paths are looking dodgy, because they've been rooting through them. But again, they hoover up all the pests, so I'm happy with that. What else? Oh yeah, the big pumpkin, I remembered what it was called. It was called Big Max. There you go, and there he is. See if I can get my hand in there. So he's pretty big. trying to save him for Halloween. He's going to have a lovely little groove where the fence post has gone. But oh well, it'll be cool. Cosmos, look at it. It's massive. What's that? 7 foot? 7 foot tall. Hardly any flowers. No idea. I have a grapevine down there which got planted. And my raspberries that were in amongst the wildflowers, they're doing good too. And my blueberry bushes, I don't know if you remember me planting there. Look at the size of them. That one there and one here. So fingers crossed next year I will have a load of blueberries. So that's it really. You know, like I said, things have been ticking along. I have been doing bits and pieces, but I've been having a rejig and things, and so, you know, when you just don't want to film too much because you think to yourself, well, it's nothing to really interest you guys. You know, I don't want to bore you with, you know, me cutting down hedges and stuff. But everything's good. I've also started to trim back this hedge here, which you'll probably see there. Simply means that I can get behind my shed now, and I'll show you there. There we go. So you've probably not seen behind here before, but that was like full of junk. I took a whole trailer load to the skip and the recycle centre. This is like my store area. This is where I keep things that, obviously pots that I might use, bits of chicken wire and netting. All in all, it's looking a million times better than what it was. This piece of plastic wasn't there, that was up on top of the roof, but it's blown off in the wind. But that's neither here nor there really. So yeah, again, whoa, there's the shed. Again, it was another little job that had to be ticked off the list, didn't it, girlies? You girls got cleaned out the other day, didn't you? You did indeed. And look at the mess you made already. Yeah. They've figured out that, I think. I think my chickens have possibly figured that out. Yes, they have. Yes, you have, haven't you? Girly, 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 go. Apologies for the hand. I haven't got my stick today, so it's all a bit bleh. So yeah, that's it really, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, speak soon, enjoy the storm, and keep on keeping on. Hi everyone, how you doing? So I think autumn is officially here now. It's cold, it's wet. We've had the first storm, which was some 40-45 mile an hour winds, which has blown a few things over. Sunflowers, obviously the sweet corn was harvested, but you know, they've started to come down now. Those cosmos poppies come down. Don't know if you remember, I put I'm going with my finger, if you remember just there, I put some plastic sheeting across the 2 sheds to keep my plant pots dry. Yeah, that's gone. It's on my plot, but it's not there anymore. So yeah, so I think it's official now. It is officially autumn. There's leaves on the floor, and I wouldn't say the allotment isn't nice to be down on days like today, but it's a bit more effort, if that makes sense. Everything's wet and gooey and, you know, muddy feet and all the rest of it. So the wellies are going to have to come out. Winter coat's going to have to come out. I think the woolly hat's going to have to come back, because I've missed it today actually. Hence I've got my hood up and I feel like a bit of a chav. But yeah, it's not bad. Chickens have been fed. I've started to cover them up now for the winter as well. Put little like temporary roofs on just to keep areas dry and stuff, just so it's nice for them. I mean, the ginger chickens, they've obviously got their big shed, so they're fine. These 2 little black ones, it's be the first winter they've spent in here, so got to make it quite nice for them. So I've put a bit of, as you can see, the plastic sheeting. There we go. It's so weird pointing. Could never be a weatherman. And in the north, light drizzle. So yeah, put some plastic sheet in there. So hopefully that'll keep them dry. I've got to get some more sawdust for them as well, just to top it up for the winter. And I'm going to put some boards. If you remember last year, I put some old rotten plyboard in the bottom of their run, so it raised them off the water. Well, it's not the water, but off the, you know, the wet ground. And then I put bark on top of that, so it meant that if there was any pools of water, if they did any digging, they only got down as far as the plyboard and they couldn't really go any further. And it just meant that they had areas of like really dry ground, which is important obviously for their feet. So but all in all, it's good really. But yeah, seasons have definitely changed. Speak soon, guys.